Well, hello there. Good morning, afternoon, depending on where you are. We are broadcasting, obviously, to the whole world. So just wanted to wish you a happy Saturday. I know here in the United States it's a holiday weekend, but in other parts of the world it's not a holiday weekend. So we just wanted to go ahead and do our 20-minute live. So as always, I'm going to jump right in because some of you are watching live. And if you are, please put an L. But many of you, most people end up watching it, I believe, on replay. So type in an R. We love to keep track of that kind of stuff. So today I want to talk to you about something that I think is really relevant in every possible way to your life and to your business. And that's how to deal with setbacks, how to deal with challenges, how to deal with frustration. You know what I mean? And, we're in a situation where, as a business owner, if you're going to be an entrepreneur, I always say this: if we're in network marketing, the best thing about network marketing, there's a lot of great things, right? You can make a lot of money, you can travel, you have a cool lifestyle, you have all these friends and relationships. There's so many things, but probably the best thing in my mind is you can do whatever you want, whenever you want. That's the best thing. You have total freedom. You are the boss. Now, the worst thing about network marketing is you can do whatever you want, whenever you want. So many of you don't understand that we're conditioned on a job. Almost everyone who comes to network marketing had a job for a while. And even if it's only a year or so, that's thousands of hours that you were programmed. Imagine if it was 10 years or 20 years that you've had a job. So what you're used to doing is you're used to going to work because of some level of fear of getting in trouble, fear of being fired. And you also are used to going in and working and putting in hours, but not necessarily getting the results. So here now, all of a sudden, we have to go to work. We are our business. We get paid on results, not on hours. So let's just say for a moment you had a fight with your girlfriend or a breakup, like something really, really bad, and you have a job. It never crosses your mind to not go to work today, or you have to go to work. You can't go to your boss and go, yeah, my girlfriend and I broke up. You can't do that. So the bottom line is you go to work, even though you don't feel like it at all, and you somehow pull yourself together and you do your job. Now, here's what's crazy. You do that because you don't want to get fired. Okay, you've done your work. You've actually done something pretty remarkable. You've gone above and beyond. You've conquered your emotions for the moment. You've been able to put them aside for a moment and stay on task because you're afraid of getting fired if you don't. Now, on the other hand, now all of a sudden you're a network marketer. You're a full-time network marketer, and you and your girlfriend break up, and all of a sudden you just don't feel like doing anything. You're so depressed. Well, without the fear of your boss telling you have to do something, and or the fear of you getting fired, you know what people do? A lot of times in that situation, they'll do nothing. So now, not only are they heartbroken, a few months down the road, they're going to be heartbroken and broke, because you can't do the work when you feel like it. Now, that's a real situation. Many of you, if not all of you, are either in a relationship or have certainly broken up a relationship. So you understand how you really can be gutted and not feel like doing anything at all, yet you still, as an entrepreneur, have to figure it out. You've got to get a way to do it. Let's go to a different situation. Again, I'll give you techniques here in a moment. So let's just say you're working and you're very pissed off. Let's just find out that your sponsor, person who brought you into business, has been doing something to undermine you, or God forbid, maybe they have someone that you guys both know and that you were working on getting them into the company or getting them to be a customer, and they went behind your back and basically stole someone from you. Now, I know some of you are going, oh my gosh, that would never happen. Oh, you would be surprised. I've seen some uplines and sponsors do some pretty crazy stuff. So again, now you have a different emotion. Now you're not heartbroken. Now you're furious. And I hear people say stuff, I will never do anything to ever let my sponsor make another dime off of me ever again. Isn't that kind of cutting off your nose to spite your face? See, I get it. You're angry. Just as if you're dealing with that right now, if you're in any way upset with your sponsor or your upline, let me give this to you simple. We are network marketing. if you go out and outperform your sponsor 20-1, you'll out earn your sponsor 20-1. And when you have an enormous team and everyone on your team looks up to you and gives you credit for all their success, how is that going to make your sponsor feel? So again, you letting them affect you is not the answer. You giving them the power to get you off track is not the answer. I'm not going to say who it is, but there's someone I've worked with pretty closely, very successful, 7-figure-a-year earner. They recently went through a breakup, going back to that. And this person is on fire. I mean, on fire. And they even admitted that whenever something like this happens, whenever something painful happens in their life, they go to work. They put all their energy and their focus into something that they can control and something that's positive. So again, guys, here's what it boils down to. How do you respond to when things are going wrong? I've said this a million times. We teach it at our Journey program, which is one of the live events I do, a 5-day personal development deep dive. And the question, you know, the statement is life is 10% what happens to you, but 90% is how you respond to what happens to you. Now, I'm a human. There have been times where I've responded badly, but for a short period of time. I have never gone into a lengthy depression, or I've never gone into a lengthy drop in my business because of what was going on in my personal life, or because someone in my business pissed me off, someone left and went to another company. That sucks. But again, you have to regroup yourself, because if you just lost a chunk of your team, what will sitting around and being depressed about it do? You got to go out and get new people to put on your team. So here's really what it boils down to. Are you more focused on the problem or the solution? The problem or the solution? And most everyone focuses on the problem. Go back to your sponsor. I can't believe he did this. Why didn't he do that? You're trying to find out, make phone calls, exactly what he did, what he said. Here's what you need to learn from that. There's an expression that says, if you screw me once, shame on you. If you screw me twice, shame on me. So with that sponsor, I'm not going to ever give them the possibility of hurting me ever again. I'm definitely, I'm a Christian. I let things go. I'll forgive him or her, but I'm never going to forget what they did. And I'm always going to be guarded around them and my downline, because I'm not going to let them do it a second time. But that's it. I process it. I move on. I sponsor more people. And the difference, I guess, is in this situation, I really would be driven by shoving it up their butt. I would be driven out earning them 20, 30, 40, 50, 100-1. I would want to have so much success that at some point they realize they made the biggest mistake of their life by doing something like that. As far as a relationship goes, you can't really deal with it with that kind of energy. But if you're heartbroken, you need to understand this too shall pass. It may take a long time to pass, but it'll pass. In the meantime, when it does pass, do you want to be wealthier or poorer? You know, again, guys, if you want to live a life where you don't have to take control of your actions, then don't be an entrepreneur. Don't be a network marketer. But here, we are the business. We are our own boss. So everything is going to be driven by us. So here's the thing. Anyone can be in a mood to work hard and do what they need to do when things are going great. But a rare person can have a phenomenal attitude when things are going terrible. So again, it's so funny. A lot of you guys want to be amazing. You want to be successful. You want to be legendary. Well, the people who become legendary become legends, literally become legends, because they dealt with adversity in an incredible way. So when things were terrible, here's a little book by Malcolm Gladwell called David and Goliath. Okay, if Goliath was the same size as David, we would not know about this story. We only know about this story because Goliath was a giant. So you may be dealing with something right now that you're Goliath. Maybe someone who's bullied you their whole life. I don't know. Maybe you're getting sued. I don't know what's going on. But the bottom line is, whatever is going on, here's a little technique I learned at the first seminar I went to. I love this. Whatever is bothering you, write it down on a piece of paper. Fold it up, stick it in an envelope, and then lock it in a drawer and leave it there. And here's what I want you to do. You can go to work today being rest assured that no matter what you wrote down on that paper, if you completely forgot that whatever is there, then when you come back at the end of the day, your problem is still going to be there. Thank the Lord. The problem will still be there. So you don't have to remind yourself of the problem all day, because thinking about being heartbroken, thinking about being pissed off, thinking about something you've lost on your team, none of that is going to help you make a sale or have the right posture to get the next superstar on your team. And when you go at the end of the day, you pull out your letter and you can read your problem and it'll be there. Now, obviously, you don't want to go back to the drawer and read your problem. Hopefully, you can forget about your problem. By the way, let me tell you this. It's not true with everything. I know money isn't everything, but let me tell you this. If you make 10 times more money in the next 12 months than you did in the last 12 months, I bet the problem that you're really upset about right now will be way less of a problem 12 months from now. So again, guys, just a little word. We all have stuff that goes wrong in our lives. I have stuff that goes wrong in my lives. There have been so many times I've emotionally been upset. One time I tore my Achilles tendon, which anyone who's ever torn your Achilles, you know how massively painful that is. And I had to go and do that 5-day journey event a couple days later. Okay, we need to either use things as our excuse, or we need to figure out a way around those excuses. And if you really want to be a legend, if you really want to be a hero, then fighting through these things is the way to go. It is the main way to go. It's the only way to go. So again, I appreciate you guys listening. If this was of value, please share it. Now, I do want to tell you, we're going to not be doing our broadcasts again on Wednesdays. We've been doing every Wednesday and Saturday. We're only going to do them on Saturdays. So we'll do this broadcast on Saturdays, and we'll still do the page, our Market Set of Seminars All Access. We've gone over 1,000 people on that page. And on that page, every Monday, I will definitely go ahead and do a live broadcast for you with training. Now, even though today was the holiday, okay, we have done this broadcast, a holiday weekend, but Monday is actually Labor Day. So Monday, there will be no live broadcast. Wednesday next week, there'll be no live broadcast. And next Saturday, I'm also going to skip the live broadcast because my company I do the vast majority of my work with is doing a huge deal, a huge online event, and it's going to be one of the biggest things in the history of the company. It's going to drive sales through the roof. So I don't want to do anything to distract from that. So this next week, you won't see any lives. Actually, that's not true. We may do a random live or two. I'm going to be doing some filming for next event. I'm putting together some behind the scenes, some things that we need to film before we actually do the event. So while we're on location or in the studio filming stuff, we may go ahead and just do some live stuff from backstage just to show you how that goes. I'll have a fun little teaching point, but it'll be sporadic. It won't be organized. We've been doing 1 p.m. Central Standard Time every Wednesday and Saturday, and we've been doing that same time on the page, on the Market Set All Access page on Mondays. So this next week, there will be sporadic live broadcasts. The following week, and I'll make an announcement just so you guys remember, we'll go back to doing Monday on the page, and Saturday we will definitely be doing this type of broadcast again. So again, I know this one was short, sweet, and to the point, so people will have time to watch this. This is valuable. Send this to as many times as you can. If you haven't been to the new markasetaseminars.com, please go to it. Some of the best work I've ever been able to put together. Years and years and years of audios and videos are now available there for you and your teams to be able to go and purchase. So definitely go and check it out. Have a great holiday weekend if you're here in the United States. And if you're not in the U.S., just have a great weekend, and we'll see you from on location sometime next week. Remember, whatever you're dealing with shall pass. And remember, your ability to deal with it gives you control of your life. Life is 10% what happens, 90% how you respond. So today, respond like a champion. That's all we got. Have a great weekend, guys. Cheers.